Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Yo, what's good, y'all? What's the word? What's going on? How everybody doing out there? Y'all already know what it is, man. We are back again, and it's time for the Thursday banger. It's time for the Thursday banger, y'all. That's a lock. It's time for the Thursday banger, and I got one. I keep a banger at all times. But like I always say before I start these videos off, I have no problem delivering this content to everybody that's out there working hard, working a 9 to 5, everybody that's out there with their own business, getting to that bag the legit way. I make sure y'all got something to watch in the morning times, and I promise y'all there's no problem on my end. I also have no problem making sure I'm warning y'all and telling y'all about how dangerous prison is. I only ask for one thing, and that's for y'all to stay out the way, man. That's it. And it's simple this year, man. You either want to wear state blues or you want to keep on your designer, man. It's that simple, man. You know you young thugs are super fly these days, man. Y'all either want to keep y'all designer or y'all want to go throw on state blues, man. Levi outfits, man. Take your pick, man, because that's what it's going to be if you continue on down the same road that you've been on down in 25. You got to change it up, man. I'm telling you, man, we had nobody back when I was growing up telling us to do these things, man. We didn't have social media, YouTube, none of that. We had nobody doing that, man. I'm telling y'all every day for the last few years, like, it just, like, the staying out the way life is normal. You think and you in the way because you didn't get in trouble and you ain't a thug? No. You are better than all those dudes that's getting in trouble and staying a thug. Change your life around, man. I can't tell you what to do with your life. All I want you to do is not to go to prison, because once you in there, that's what you're going to be feeling like, man, I should have changed my life. So I'm trying to give you the heads up now, pause. So just listen to me, man, and just stay out the way, y'all. Period, man. But y'all already know what it is, man. It's the Thursday banger game. So what I need y'all to do with this one, like, share, subscribe, this way, y'all. Let's get it. Let's go. What? It's time for business. It's time for business, y'all. And the story I got for y'all today is called Karma Don't Miss in Prison. Part 1. Crazy story, crazy situation, but we are where, people? We are in penitentiary, man. Crazy things happen all the time, man. And I'm letting y'all know now, man, for everybody that don't have an idea about this, or you might have heard about this, man, the stories are true. If you out on the street messing up, man, I'm letting you know now, everybody, relatives and people that you might not even expect that might be down on your top, they are in prison waiting on you, man. I'm letting you know, you think those crazy crimes don't get answered? You got to answer for those crazy crimes. Everybody that you hurt out there on the street and you had to come to prison because you hurt people, man, I'm letting you know now, man, the relatives are in there. I'm letting you, they always got relatives that's in there. They always know what's going on. They just in another world waiting for you to mess up, man. And when you mess up, they right there waiting on you, man. So just be mindful about that when y'all out there breaking the law and out here unaliving people, trying to hurt people, man. The relatives are in penitentiary waiting on you, man. And it can really get super duper dangerous, y'all. And with that being said, though, we are on Sussex 2 for this, y'all. We are on Sussex 2. And we're going to start off in Virginia Beach Jail on this one, man, because I can remember meeting a dude in Virginia Beach Jail, man. It was crazy because when I was in Virginia Beach Jail, I was like one of the youngest in there. I had just turned 18 when they put me in the beach jail. Like, I was still in the detention home when I caught my case because I was turning 18 the next month when I caught my case. So it's like they just held me, then they shipped me to the beach jail when I had turned 18 on my birthday in October. So when I had got there, they put me in the first block. The first block I had went in kind of like I was one of the youngest dudes in there. But there was another dude that was one of the youngest dudes in there, man. He was from Virginia Beach. But me and him kind of clicked a little bit. And I wasn't even really trying to be friends with a lot of people. But me and him kind of clicked a little bit because we kind of had the same story slightly, man. Like, we both moved to Virginia and we wasn't from the state. Bro was from Florida, by the way. But he grew up kind of like in Virginia like I did. You know what I mean? You know, I came out here in Virginia in 1992 when I was mega young. So like he kind of came, I think he said 95. So he been out in Virginia for a while now. Not as long as I've been in Virginia around this time. This is in 2000, but he was one of those kind of dudes that had to adapt to his environment kind of like I did, man. You know, like you know, he was living out a neighborhood in Virginia Beach, but at the same time though, like, you know, he said he had family from his mom's husband, which was his stepdad, that had family in Norfolk. So he said he used to be back and forth from Norfolk. So me and bro kind of like, we got cool a little bit. Like he was one of the first dudes I got cool with, but the difference between me and him is I was facing a lot of time. He wasn't facing a lot of time. Now we gonna call this dude right here, man, Ryan, man. We gonna call him Ryan now. Ryan was a dude, like for real, he was in the jail with me and he had just turned 18. So he was older than me slightly, like by weeks. Cause I think he had turned 18 like the end of September or something like that. So like he was already in the jail, like I say. So when me and him kind of got cool, the difference between me and him was that I was facing major charges. Ryan wasn't facing a lot of charges. Like Ryan was in there for a couple of stealing stolen car joints. This is back around the time, like, you know, I think it's popular now. I be seeing dudes steal cars now, but back when I was growing up, like stealing cars was major. Like you had a group of guys and that's what they used to be into that, man. So like Ryan said that's what he used to do. He said he used to hit for the cars, you know what I mean? So like that was his thing. So he wasn't in there on nothing serious, but he was in the jail fighting the case. So he said he was gonna go up for a bond hearing in 3 weeks. He said he'd go to court for 3 weeks for a bond hearing. So through those 3 weeks, me and bro had got cool. Like we got cool to the point where if he needed a three-way sometime, I would let my mom do one. He would let his mom do a three-way for me. It was like we had a lot in common slightly, man. So me and bro just was all right. But I already knew it was a matter of time before we get split up. You know what I mean? They separate us and he go home or go to another block. I already knew that was happening, man. I'm still agreeing to like, you know, ain't no need to get super comfortable with dudes, man, because you never know how the jail is. But nevertheless, me and bro kicking it. You know what I mean? We used to kick it every night. That's all we used to do. We still talking about stuff we was doing on the street. We used to go to the same little hangouts. We did some of the same things, man, because we was around the same age. So bro was just giving me the layout on everything he was doing out there. He told me that his husband, which is a stepdad, you know, he got family in Norfolk and he got family all over the beach. So he was like, he be running around with his cousins. So he was like, they just be doing whatever they want, basically, man. So he just telling me about how the beach is. I'm telling him how we used to be out there, whatever the case, man. Me and bro used to be on the land every day. When you call War Story and kicking it, we call that we on the land every day. So we used to be on the land every day kicking it. Now, I'll say probably about 3 weeks into us kicking it, they finally called him to go to court. So bro went to court, man. Bro was gone the whole morning, man. Bro was gone the whole morning. When he came back, man, bro came back upstairs. He had a smile on his face. I ain't even gonna lie. Bro got a bond game, you know what I mean? He was like, yo, I got a bond, bro. I'm like, for real? He was like, yeah, my people's trying to pay that joint right now. So I dapped him up like, man, holler at you, man. He was like, man, bro. He was like, that's crazy, man. I hope you beat your case. Because this still kind of like when I'm still in, you know, I'm thinking I'm going to fight my jam or whatever. He like, man, I hope you beat your case. I'm like, yeah, bro, I'll be all right, man. I'm like, man, look. He was like, look, this is my address right here. So he gave me his mama address. He was like, I don't be there like that, but she'll tell me if mail come there. So he was like, you got to holler at me. Just send a deal. You know what I mean? He was like, bro, I'm chilling, bro. I ain't going out here to wild out. I ain't doing none of that stuff no more, man. I'm about to sit down. He was like, he was like, I'm trying to duck this house arrest. You know what I mean? He was like, they might put me on house arrest, but he was not. I'm gonna get a job. I'm gonna just stay out the way. You know what I mean? I'm like, bet, bro, that's what you should do. Like when you experience somebody that you rock with, kind of like, you know what I mean? Go home for the first time, man. Like, I ain't even gonna lie, man. Like, I felt like my brother was leaving, y'all. So boom. And I had just met bro for real, man. But like, you know, I'm young, I'm green. I was used to kicking it with him. Like, I'm not trying to meet nobody else like that, man. So when bro was gone, man, like, it hit different, you know what I mean? Pause, it did, man. And I had to kind of deal with, like, this was going to be going on through my whole journey. And I didn't know it was going to be like that at first until I started seeing it. Like, dudes just keep going home or moving or whatever the case. So never get comfortable. So I started learning that trait right there. So now I done got shipped to the penitentiary. I done been on Sussex. Fast forward the tape. Now we on Sussex 2 now. Now I'm on Sussex 2 now. Now I'm bidding on Sussex 2. And I am in 4C pod upstairs. So I done been in all these blocks in 4 building by now, man. But like for real, man, like Sussex 2 is a prison now, kind of like it's filled with a lot of different people, filled with a lot of different twists and turns, man. Like, and it's a lot of people from it's a lot of different people from different walks of journey of Virginia. And that's just how prison is in every state. You know what I mean? But I just started seeing it. Like when you see it for the first time, I'm like, that prison is crazy because you run across and see so many people and hear about so much different stuff. So while I'm on Sussex 2, the whole time I was up there, I had met a dude in the hole that was from Virginia Beach / Norfolk. He used to be in a neighborhood that was in Virginia Beach that was borderline Norfolk. He used to be out there early 90s, middle 90s. He was a little older than me. If I'm early 20s, I gave him early 30s. So he was a little older than us, you know what I mean? But like he was one of those dudes on Sussex. He from the beach. He's definitely from the beach, but he got ties in Norfolk. So he rocked with a lot of Norfolk dudes. He had respect with both sides. So he used to be in there and kind of like me and him, I got cool through a dice game while I was in 4C. So while I was in there, I got cool with him through the dice. And it turned out that kind of like it was just really me and him against the Richmond dudes. So like me and him used to team up and go against the Richmond dudes on the dice. They'll go at us, we'll go at them. That's how I used to be. And me and bro had got extra cool like that. So through the times of us being extra cool, like we done won a lot of money in the dice games a few times, lost a lot of money, but we had won La-La while we was playing those dice games as well. So like through the midst of us running the La-La, like we used to always be like, yo, let's go, you know what I mean? Like we'll go to his cell and break it down. Bro slept in cell 6, which was kind of not really too far from where we gambling at. We'll shoot his cell real quick, go in there, throw the cut up game and break down the little La-La that we won, you know what I mean? And we'll split it up and then we'll mess around and blow the La-La and we'll just be in there kicking it. So through the time of me kicking it in there with bro, man, and we're going to call him Cecil, man. We're going to call this dude I'm talking about right here, man. We're going to call him Cecil, man. But like through the time of me kicking it with Cecil, it was like, you know, I felt his pain on a lot of things, man. For one, man, Cecil had 55 years, man. That man had 55 years now. Around this time, I done been on Sussex probably like 4 years now. So I have been meeting people that got really football numbers, man. Like dudes got real deal football numbers. And I've been meeting a few of them, man. Like a lot of them from Norfolk, a lot of them from Rich. I've been seeing dudes in there that got a lot of time. You know what I mean? So like when bro told me he had 55 years, man, the only thing came to my head was Junior Seau game. Like I'm like, I had the jersey on the street, number 55. That's the first thing came to my mind. I'm like, man, they gave bro Junior Seau. So he used to be telling me like, yeah, man, he was like, man, it's crazy how he went down. Like they was wilding though, man. Like they was wilding. They was hitting, bro said they was catching people going to their car, leaving the fast food restaurants like with the deposit bank bag, like, you know, after McDonald's closed or something like that. He said they was laying on people from Burger King, Kentucky, and pizza joints, and they just was doing their intel and then catching them when they leave, when they close the store, catching them for the bag. He was like, majority of the time, every bag that they was catching, he said, well, had 3,500 or better in it. So he was like, they was making decent money, but like, y'all already know that's armed robbery. Like, you gonna pay for that when they catch you. You know what I mean? If they do catch you. So he eventually got caught. So when he eventually got caught, all his joints was in Virginia Beach. He had 5 robberies in Virginia Beach of what I just explained. Y'all know I had 4 robberies, man. So to hear somebody with 5 robberies, man, get Junior Seau, I felt slightly blessed, y'all. So boom. I told y'all, I used to meet dudes that had me like, I'm not whining about my time no more. There's no need for me to whine about my little 18 Peyton Manning years. There's no need to whine about that, man. I'm meeting dudes that got Junior Seau. This man got Junior Seau. He had 1 robbery more than me. I had 4 robberies. He had 5. But at the end of the day, his robberies was a little bit more dangerous than mine. Like I'm riding up on people, jamming people. Give me your wallet real quick. He's catching people. He's doing his intel. And he's catching people. Putting a gun up in them. And you know what I mean? Like robbery is robbery. But I just think they looked at his like it was a little bit more dangerous. And he had an extensive rap sheet already. So they smoked his boots. He tried to go fight the jank. Like I think that's another reason why his boots got smoked. He told me he tried to go fight the jank and they smoked his boots. So to be a person that had 55 years, like it didn't look like it disturbed him. Like it didn't look like he missed a beat. It didn't look like nothing. Like it still was like he would go to visit. He will still be in the pod. He still had a swag. He still was moving around like it was regular. But I'm like, you know, when you locked up, you be noticing stuff like that. You be like, man, how can he do it? But like, you have to. You have to do it. You either do it or you lay down and just unalive yourself. Like, you gotta do it. So like, I used to learn from seeing those guys with all the time how they move. And I told y'all, man, like, you will be humble. It will humble you, man, when you got a lot of time that you just always complaining about, man. You feel like you shouldn't be doing amount of time. And then you just start meeting dudes that got all these football numbers. It'll humble you, man. So bro was one of those dudes. Cecil was one of those dudes that humbled me on Sussex too. I promise y'all, man. So like, me and bro always used to kick it, man. Always, man. Like, he wasn't like a dude from Norfolk that I always be with, but like, we would gamble all day. So we would go from playing dice sometimes to like, yo, let's be partners. He want me to partner up with him. Let's go play spades. Like, we just gambled all day when I was in 4C. That's all we used to do. So as the time of me and him kicking it, man, like, you know, he always used to talk about things. And then I can remember one time, like, this dude came in the pod now. Like, me and bro used to gamble so much. Like we would have a lot of people in debt sometimes. And like, not on a bad thing, because bro was a store box as well. Because we winning money, we losing money, but you win, you lose, it be back and forth. But like, at the end of the day, I came in there scrap because I used to get the pack before I came in there. Bro was already on gamble mode when I came in there, a vet to the prison. So he already know to be scrapped. So he store box, gamble, he do it all. So Cecil used to have people on him all the time. So I can remember they moved this white dude in the block, man. So when they moved this white dude in the block, the white dude comes straight in the block. And for real, the white dude wants some La-La and dog food, man. Like, he came in there looking for the joint. So when he came in there looking, I didn't have none of the above at the moment. And then neither did Cecil. But when we heard that he was getting there, you heard everybody talking like, yo, dude, nice as a tattoo game. So we like, what? He like, yeah. So I look at dude inked up. Usually them dudes you be seeing inked up from the neck, everything, legs and all of that. Usually they be an animal with the tattoo game, y'all. So boom. So just to hear that we got an animal tattoo guy in the jail, I'm like, yo, I'm about to get a tat. Because I didn't have no tats at the moment, but I'm like, finally, like, I don't know, it was just something about him. So I'm like, I'm gonna see what he can do. I'm gonna see what he can do. So Cecil was like, damn right, I want to see. Ask him, do he do portraits? Ask him, do he do portraits? So little young boy that be over there, ran over there to him where he was at, over to the where the other white boys was at. I guess seen him hollering at him. You know what I mean? So I'm about to get my first tat. You know what I mean? I'm about to grab me a tat. Forget it. You know what I mean? Cecil was like, look, you get a tat, I'm gonna pay for it. He was like, I'm about to get a portrait though. I'm about to see what he want for a portrait. So as he's saying that, the white dude walked over the jump. White dude walked over there. So Cecil was like, yo, hold on. So he dipped away from the table. So Cecil dipped. Cecil walked over there with the white dude was like, yo, look, what you charge for portraits? You do portraits? Dude was like, yeah. So dude had a notebook. So he pulled out a notebook of like, I guess like the patterns that he has like draw with his hand. And like he's showing, so everybody come over there, we looking at the pattern. Everybody looking at the joint, he like, yeah, man. Cecil was like, I'm about to get my little nephew on my arm, man. I'm like, for real, man? He was like, yeah. Like I remember a while ago. I remember Cecil told me his nephew had got unalive out Virginia Beach, man, probably like 2-3 years ago. So like this happened before me and him had even met, but he told me about it. Like I could see that it hurt. It definitely had hurt him, man, knowing that his sister lost a son. But still though, like, you know what I mean? When you still in there with Junior Seau, what can you do? You can't do nothing. Can't do nothing about it. So I remember him telling me about that junk. So he asking the white dude, do he do portrait because he gonna get his nephew on him. So the white dude was like, yeah, his white dude showing him the junk. So he was like, look. So he was like, I'm about to do my roommate. So the white dude was like his roommate trying to get a joint. So he was like, I'm gonna do his joint tonight. Y'all check his joint out, then let me know what y'all say after that, then we can do business. So he like, bet, you know what I mean? So the white dude was like, yeah, look, I want some food. I just got out the hole. So Cecil was like, oh, you a lot. Don't worry about it. So white dude dipped, you know what I mean? White dude went in his cell. That night he did his tattoo on his roommate, man. The tattoo was fire. He did a cross with like the words and the little ribbon around the cross. I'm looking at the jump like, man, that jump sweet. That jump nice. So the dude turned out to be all right. The dude turned out to be all right with the tech, man. So Cecil was like, he gonna do business. So he go to Cecil's cell, man. Cecil hit him off with a decent bag. He paid for my tech and he paid for his. He told me he was gonna go first, you know what I mean? So Cecil went in the joint first and he gave Cecil a portrait like right here. Nice. I'm talking about that junk turned out nice. His nephew, it looked like it was like his nephew, but it was like it was his nephew. Then he had like some words kind of like on the side. I guess he gave him like a Bible verse and he had like the portrait of his whole, like it was a nice picture. Like it looked just like the picture. So I'm looking at it, I'm like, man, that junk fire, man. So bro was happy about that tech. Cecil was happy about that tech, man. He got that tech, man. You couldn't tell bro nothing no more, y'all. So boom. I remember when he went to visit room the first time, and I had went over there. It just so happened we go to visit room the same time. My mama come see me, his peoples come see him. So even though bro had 55 years, his family still kept in contact. Like his family didn't just leave him out back. They still would come to see him. So I remember I see him in the visit room. I could see him showing his mom, showing his, I guess that was his sister, because as soon as his mom and sister, I knew it was his mom, one of the ladies, but I guess the other lady was his sister. Because as soon as they saw it, he showed them, man, I promise you, man, they teared up. They start crying. So he put his joint down fast because he ain't want to like have the COs knowing he got a fresh tech, because that's a charge for real, man. So like I could see his people's crying. So when the visit was over with, like we leaving to go back, and bro just was all quiet. I'm like, man, what's up? You all right, man? He was like, yeah, man. He was like, man, I showed my sister, man, a tattoo of her son, man. He was like, shh, that junk crazy, man. I'm like, yeah, that junk, wow, man, that junk crazy. He was like, yeah. He was like, look, but pin this though. He was like, man, say word to the dude locked up. He was like, I ain't got word to dude that did the junk locked up. He was like, he ain't even get locked for my nephew Jane. He was like, they ain't even bagging for that junk. He was like, but all the streets know, my sister know, everybody already know that this dude did it. So he told me the dude name. I ain't gonna say his name, but he told me dude name. I'm like, I don't know the dude. You know, they a little younger than us. They out the beach. I didn't know him. So he was like, yeah, he was like, that junk crazy. He was like, but for real, man, he was like, a lot of people don't even know. He said, I never was around my sister like that. I never was really like around her too much. I used to always be around my mama. So a lot of people don't even know me and her brothers. That's out there, out the beach, unless you from the neighborhood. But he was like, at the end of the day though, man, just to see my sis just hurt like that, man, like that junk crazy. He was like, but I had to get the junk, man. He was like, that's cause I was my little dude out there. I was like, man, that junk crazy. So like, I seen it, man. I couldn't do nothing but like, yo, bro, you all right, man. We went back to the pod, went to my cell, man. We rolled up, man, and hit the Feezy game, y'all. So boom. When he hit the Feezy, that kind of like brought him back to his senses a little bit. He kind of was more like, yo, I'm good. You know what I mean? Everything straight. me and bro got right back to it. When we came out at the count, we started gambling. You know what I mean? We had the poker table. Me and him at the poker table together, basically together. Like, we're not together, but like if I see him calling crazy, I'm gonna go ahead and fold. Vice versa game. So like me and him always gambling. That's what we doing, man. So like, bro went and hopped on the jack. He came back from talking on the phone. He pulled up on me. He was like, man, jump crazy. Weezy walk with me. I'm like, what's up, man? He start walking laps around the park, walking. Man, he was like, you ain't gonna believe this, bro. I'm like, what? He was like, man, the same dude, man, I told you, yeah, he locked up now. He was like, man, guess why he locked up? I'm like, wow. He was like, he locked up. Hitting my sister's son homeboy. You know what I mean? He was like, the lady whose son he hit, like, this like a sister to me, because she be with my sister all day. He was like, man, he done hit both of the friends. I said, is the other dude on the line? He like, nah, he made it. But he was like, that's why the dude locked up. So he was like, he locked up for that. So I'm like, man, that junk crazy. Like, dude got to be a real deal messing with the pistol game. Like, he got to be. Like, he out here just dropping people for fun, y'all. So, boom. That's what I was thinking, man. But, like, you hear this stuff when you locked up, man. Like, and I can imagine, like, you know, like, knock on wood, man. I was so happy about it that I didn't lose no relatives while I was in there, man. But, like, when people lose relatives when they're in there, like, it's a process that you have to go through within yourself and your mind. Like, you gotta, when you talk on the phone, you talk to your family and you thinking like, yo, I can't even be there for my peoples. And somebody is about to get put in the ground. Like, you can't even be there. And it's a different feeling, man. You gotta humble yourself with that too. So like bro had been heard the news about that, but like hearing about the other little young boy that got hit, like he was a little sick about that because he knew both of the young boy. That was like his little nephew too. So he just was like, man, that joke crazy, man. He was like, man, it's crazy, man. Like, he can't believe what was going on. Like, he just like, you know what I mean? Like, he just was like, yo, that junk crazy. And like, you know, we both knew that Norfolk, Virginia Beach, Portsmouth, like Chesapeake, all of that, Newport News, we all knew that the 757 was dangerous. When we was growing up, it was dangerous. But it was like, as the time started going on, it's like when you in prison and you just start seeing nothing but new bodies come through prison on buses like every other day, that shows you how dangerous the Virginia is, y'all. So boom, we all knew it was dangerous out there, man. So like, I just told bro, like, bro, listen, there's nothing you can do. Just relax, man. Like, you can't be too like, man, it's crazy though, Weezy, man. Like for real, man. Joint wild Weezy, cause you know I be chilling. Like, you know, I don't like do nothing but get money and gamble. But he was like, man, for real though, man. If I see that young boy, man, that young boy coming this junk, man. If I see him, Weezy, man, like if I see him anywhere out my bed, man. I said, so look, you telling me if you see that young boy, man, you gonna try to get at him? He was like, yeah, what you mean? He on the line by nephew. What you think? I said, yeah, I know that, man. I said, but look, though, I said, you just say you were chilling, though, bro. I said, you can't bring your nephew back. He was like, man, Weezy, look, man, I got 55 years, man. You trying to tell me I ain't gonna touch a dude that did something to my nephew, man? And when he said that, like, it was nothing I really could say because I felt this pain. I be so worried about dudes that I be chilling with like that. I just be trying to keep them out of the way. And that's why I was giving him that type of advice. But like, he right, though. What can you say to a man that got 55 years that his nephew just got alive, yo? You know he gonna want some get back, man. So I'm like, bro, you see, dude, he like, yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's a lot. You already know I am. Yeah, he was like, man, but for real though, he was like, man, like God got me out the way though, man. God been having me out the way for years, man. And like, I'm just gonna stay out the way, man. I ain't even tripping on it, man. Like, I can't do nothing about it, Weezy, man. Like, I just gotta keep a level head, man. But he was like, man, I'm letting you know now, Weezy, man. If I ever run across that dude, I got a hand, Weezy.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way, if you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous. Did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart just to open your eyes up.